もう死んでいる。何？
Hey John Rowe.
The topic of the
We do a
podcast together
podcast.
and
We should do a
obviously I'm
podcast.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Oi John. Hey John Rowe. We should do a podcast.
the topic of the podcast together and honestly I'm excited.
G'day, dorks, and welcome into Lords of Dorktown, a podcast all about anime, cartoons, and video games. I'm your host, Philip, and the dork joining me tonight is J-Ro. How are you, buddy?
Very good, bro. How are you doing?
Mate, I'm bloody fantastic, mate. It's a rainy day here. I've had a really nice day, and I just cracked a big-ass bottle of red wine, so it's a good afternoon, mate. It's looking great.
Is that red wine with ice cubes in it?
Yeah, I'm white trash, mate. We've been over this.
You need some orange and make it sangria.
So how you been living, buddy? What's been going on?
Oh, same old, lifestyle of the retail coming into Christmas. It's getting pretty crazy over where I am, so I've been quite busy. I've still got a bit of uni to do as well, so before the break.
Oofed, yeah.
Yeah, I'm batting down the hatches for another week and a half, and then it's a nice little holiday away, I guess.
Yeah, the quiet time of my year's already kicked off, so I'm already kind of kicking back and winding down a fair bit. So it's been bloody great, mate.
That's good.
So we're releasing this episode like a day late. We're recording this on the 11th, just to time date it. Just to give a bit of context, we're recording this late, so we can cover the Game Awards. The Game Awards were today, so not only did we get a bunch of trailers, we also got, Game of the Year edition. And for a podcast that in the title I say is about anime, cartoons, and video games, we don't talk about that many video games, buddy.
I know, and I feel like that's my forte as well. I feel like I'm getting pushed to the side, Phil. Come on, you need to pay me more attention.
I love this jealousy thing you've got when every time you come to the podcast, you're just so jealous, so jaded. I'm loving it.
I've got a friendly rivalry going with Tyson.
But before we get too deep into the episode, we do have a few things to plug up top. So with the latest season of Attack on Titan starting, it started last week. We're actually going to be uploading new episodes every Tuesday of a little reaction series of the final season of Attack on Titan as it comes out. So the new episodes of Attack on Titan come out on the Monday, I believe. John, correct me if I'm wrong.
I am absolutely not sure. So
I'm pretty sure it's the Monday. Yeah, the Monday. So, and I'll post a little podcast on the Tuesday night of a little reaction to that episode. So if you're a fan of Attack on Titan and you want to watch along with us, you know what to do. Watch it on the Monday, listen to us on the Tuesday. That's a pretty good plan to me.
Get amongst it.
Get amongst it,
dogs.
Hey, and also, we're going to have another little bonus episode coming out. So we dropped, 2 of the candy reviews in the last couple of weeks? And we'll have a third episode coming out maybe on Sunday or Monday, which will be a beer review with a dork who hasn't appeared on the podcast yet, Callum. It's the debut appearance of Callum on the podcast. And
the first international episode.
First international, yes. So he joins us all the way from New Zealand. We recorded a few days ago, and let me tell you, I got really drunk midday on like a Saturday, I think, or something like that. Like I was bloody hammered, like absolutely poleaxed. But it's a good episode, and I'm super excited to drop that.
At least you were on the weekend. At least it was a weekend, not a weekday.
So yeah, to stay up to date, just make sure you're following all the socials. I know this week's been a bit lazy with the socials. That's kind of my fault. It's been a big week, but we're going to get back on top of that. So follow the socials to keep up to date of everything that's going down in Dorktown.
Nice, I like that.
Thank you. I didn't even write that down. I came up with that on the spot.
Straight off the dome, nice.
Oh mate, I'm on fire tonight. It's been a great day.
MC Philip in the house.
So do we want to, do you have anything you need to talk about at the top of the pod, or do you just want to rip straight in?
No, let's get into it. I'm sure. I'm really keen to talk about the some of these reveals as well later in the episode. So yeah, let's just get straight into it.
Yeah, so we're going to be following. We'll go off this IGN list. So IGN, because the Game Awards literally wrapped up 2 hours ago, an hour ago. What's it? Yeah, about an hour ago.
Yeah, a couple of hours, I think. Yeah.
So IGN has uploaded a little article just of every game announced and revealed through the Game Awards. So we're just going to go through that one by one, and we've both watched all the trailers and we both checked it out. What did you think of this year's Game Awards, just overall, before we get into it?
I didn't get to live stream it. I've only got to catch up. So more of a question for you. How was the presentation and everything?
So this is the second Game Awards I've watched. So I watched it last year for the first time. I don't know. The Game Awards are weird to me because they're kind of existing in this weird space where they're halfway between a big Oscars or an Emmys or something like that, and halfway between an Expo almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Closer to the Expo almost.
Yeah, I do enjoy the fact that they get these big companies to release their trailers and stuff on the Game Awards. It gives you a reason to watch the Game Awards because I wouldn't watch the Game Awards just to see who won Game of the Year. You know what I mean? That's not a good enough reason for me to watch it. The trailers, however, are fire. Usually really good. This year, I would say mixed bag, probably.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, but let's just crack into it. So the first one on this list was Developer Digital announced Loop Hero. So Loop Hero looks like a kind of top-down real-time strategy almost looking kind of card gamey thing. I don't know. There was a lot of weird stuff going on in this one.
Yeah, the trailer was a ton of stuff, a lot of information just coming at you real quick. But it's a roguelite. That'd be the genre you put it into.
Yeah, definitely.
Roguelite.
Yeah, that makes more sense. No, I was really excited about this one. This looked pretty interesting. I like the look of it. I like that kind of retro arcadey kind of look to it with the animated kind of card graphics when they were doing the battling. That looked really cool. I was really into that. But a weird one to kind of start off with almost. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember what place this appeared in the Game Awards, but yeah, I remember this one feeling like it came a bit out of left center.
Well, yeah, there was no other reveal that was similar to this game, and it was honestly the trailer was a bit much. I really couldn't actually grasp what was going on.
Yeah.
It was just flash, flash, flash. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. But it looks pretty fun. I love roguelite anything.
Yeah.
Really. I like playing it, losing, going back to the start, and then trying to get better each time.
Probably the games I put most time in, all roguelikes. Slay the Spire is a really sick card game roguelike that I've put a bunch of time into. I legitimately love that game. And this looks like it has the card elements from Slay the Spire with a bit of, dungeon crawling. Cool.
Yeah. And Arch Hero as well. We got incredibly addicted to that roguelike. So
yeah, exactly. Roguelikes are kind of our kryptonite, buddy. They seem to bite us in the ass pretty fucking often.
They're an incredible concept because everyone wants to every time someone fails, you always have that urge to do better, and roguelite literally gives you, that's the entire game basis, just for you to restart again and do better and better and better each time. As long as you can handle losing a lot, because you lose a lot, especially when you get higher up in the game. It's perfect. So addictive. It's almost like slot machine, just rolling over and over again.
Yeah, it's definitely that kind of gambling mentality. Mentality. I meant to say.
Yeah,
definitely would appeal to a lot of people in roguelikes. But I don't have a bunch more to say on this one. I think I'm probably going to try and dip my toe in this, depending on what it's available on when it launches. honestly, looking through this list, there's not a bunch of stuff that I'm going in on. So yeah, I think this one might be one I go in on. Yeah, because as I said,
Going to go pretty hard on this one.
yeah. I mean, as we said, roguelike usually kind of tickles us, so definitely be going in on this one. The next
These guys,
one. Oh, sorry.
Just before we move on,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Devolver Digital. They're the guys that did Fall Guys, aren't they?
Devolver Digital.
I believe they're involved with Fall Guys.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Which
Yeah.
also had a little bit reveal as well. But yeah, they've got a broad range of kind of styles that they like to cover, which is cool.
Yeah, no. They definitely a name that when I see it in like a press conference or anything or a release trailer, I'm like, my ears prick up. Like, it's a known name. There's a few names on this list, like of developers. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, all these indie developers and whatnot that aren't really known.
Do you want to do the next one, buddy?
You only want me to do this because you can't
I cannot
pronounce
fucking
it.
pronounce it.
I cannot.
T'Chia?
Yeah, but Chaya, I
Chaya.
think.
T'Chia.
But it's spelled TCHIA.
So, from the trailer, this looks like it's a Stadia exclusive, which
Not
is
happy about that.
wild. Who the fuck is making a Stadia exclusive?
Someone that doesn't want money, obviously.
Someone who doesn't
maybe
want
they
people
got-
to play their games.
Maybe they got the entire budget because they're the only exclusive to Stadia.
But that being said, of a Stadia exclusive, this game looked cute as fuck. So it's like it looks like it's heavily Polynesian based in its aesthetic. New Caledonia, yeah, that's it.
That's where it's set. Yep.
Beautiful animation. I really enjoyed all the animation on this. I thought it was really pretty. So it looks like you're kind of taking, like, it's very story based by the look of it, but it looks like there's something to do with taking over animals and objects.
Yeah, like similar to that Call of Duty game mode where you can like be the object and move around and hide from people.
Yeah.
But that reveal and that you only get to see that like 3/4 of the way through the trailer.
Yeah.
Which I thought was when I saw it, I was like, "Wow, how's she doing that?"
Yeah,
she
and
turns into a coconut at first.
And they've got the whole green eye going on thing, like one green eye, and they kind of. I wonder if this is based on any kind of New Caledonian like lore or anything like that. Like if it's
Actually, good question.
It looks like it could
I'd
be
like to
because
know.
the story in it looked really amazing. Really kind of lots of varying like characters and settings, and it all looked very interesting. I was super intrigued on this, and then it was revealed that it's a Stadia exclusive, and I instantly forgot about it. I'm not getting a fucking Stadia.
Yeah,
Fuck's gonna-
straight out the year.
Yeah.
You did you like that it was in subtitles as well? They've obviously done like I'm not sure the language they speak, but it's whatever they do in New Caledonia, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, everything about this looked really authentic to the aesthetic and the place that it's set in. Not that I know a bunch about New Caledonia. But yeah, I was really,
nothing.
yeah, I was really impressed with this. I really impressed with it. But it's on Stadia, man. Who the fuck's gonna buy a Stadia?
Yeah, only people that probably already got 2 other consoles at least.
But even then, like, I mean, maybe because it's an exclusive, they're trying to get it. But I don't know if it's a big enough draw of an exclusive. Maybe it's not
I
even
don't think
exclusive.
either.
Maybe Stadia just got the rights to say that it's on there. Maybe it's coming to other consoles
Yeah,
as well.
maybe they even maybe Google just purchased a company that was making this game.
Yeah.
And released it. That's actually probably what really happened. They probably just purchased the company.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, when you first the first 30 seconds, I really thought the movement was kind of similar to Breath of the Wild or Genshin.
Yeah, well, the paraglider jump thing is like the most Breath of the Wild thing ever. It's like the thing that everyone who copies Breath of the Wild puts in their game is a parachute mechanic, which makes sense. It's a great mechanic,
definitely.
and it really lets you really lets developers kind of play with scope and scale of their landscapes by, increasing the draw distance and stuff like that. It makes games look impressive,
Yeah, for sure. Did you like how she can turn into a shark as well?
That was cool. I liked all
was
the
it.
underwater stuff. I literally was saying to my wife when we were watching this together, I said the underwater stuff looks almost better than the land stuff because it looked so pretty under
Really
there.
does.
Just
It
really,
really
really
does.
nice.
When it first started, I thought, oh, this is Moana because she jumps on the little wooden raft and she's cruising around. It's pretty much a direct copy of the whole Moana boat and her using it, which I thought.
Yeah, there's some strong,
there's big influences. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some big Moana vibes there.
Yeah. Do you reckon if this wasn't on Stadia, you'd look into it?
I'd definitely look into it to play with Teddy. I think this would be a good game to play with my son. There's actually probably a few games on this list that are good games to play with my son. But yeah, look, if it was on a console and it was if this was on the Switch is my go-to console for little indie games.
If I just saw the trailer without the Stadia at the end, I would have thought Switch. This has got to be on the Switch. It's completely perfect for Nintendo's vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Which maybe Stadia's trying to catch in on that vibe. Like maybe Stadia wants a piece of that indie cake. But I mean, Nintendo's already got it locked so far down with the Switch. Like the Switch is the perfect indie platform, like indie console. Like it almost sometimes feels like it's purposely made for indie games. You know what I mean? Like it's my little indie darling.
They charge a lot of money for them too.
Yes, they do. Do we want to move on to the next one? I don't think we've got anything more to say about Tachia.
Yeah, I just want to say I hate the Stadia logo as well. I thought that's crap.
I hate the word Stadia. I think it looks terrible on the screen. It doesn't even sound nice coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't say Google Stadia as well, because I've only ever heard it called Google Stadia, not Stadia by itself.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So we'll move on to the next on the list. So we've got Sea of Solitude coming to Nintendo Switch. I have zero thoughts on this.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Didn't like the themes of it.
I just have no
like
interest
the
in
blue
Sea of
darkness.
Solitude, so the fact that it's going to be on the Switch is... I mean, it's cool if you want to... I mean, it's exclusive on the Switch, so... I don't know, it just doesn't look interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought some of those scenes where she's walking into obviously a boss fight looked interesting. And the story kind of sounded pretty loose though. I didn't really understand exactly what's happening.
It kind of just reminds me of a lot of games that we already see on the Switch at the moment. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's something we could probably say about the whole Game of the Year announcement trailers. Is everything feels very similar to everything else that's out at the moment. Nothing.
Yeah, there wasn't much that caught my eye as something like, oh yeah, like straight away I'm super interested. This looks fresh. We'll definitely have an opinion on that soon with a couple of these games.
Oh boy, yes we will. I don't have much. Do you have anything else to say on Sea of Solitude?
No, not really. I mean, on the Switch, I don't know if it was on sale. I guess because I've heard it. I've heard of Sea of Solitude first a long time ago when the first reveal trailer was ages ago. Is it already on?
Yeah, but this is a director's cut.
But...
This is a director's cut, so maybe there'll be more stuff on it.
Yeah, I guess if it's already launched, I haven't been interested enough to purchase already. So
yeah,
it'll probably stay that way.
Yeah. The next one on the list is actually something that did kind of prick my attention. Shady Part of Me. So this is they describe it as a stunning, dark, watercolored graphics and a dreamy atmosphere. Shady Part of Me is now available on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. So this was a shadow drop. So this is something that they've done basically every Game Awards now for 4 years has done a shadow drop. So just announce something and drop it straight away. This is something that I'm probably going to have a look at least, see what it's like. Because it looked really interesting. It was really cool aesthetically, and it didn't give much away story-wise. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it just gave them like it let you know kind of. I did like how they did the story at the start, like giving that little bit of backstory with the voiceover. I think this game's going to completely, like the success of this game's going to really depend on the movement. And how you play with that, because obviously like the aesthetic is really nice, pleasant to look at. The voiceover, whoever they got to do the voiceover, it has a fantastic voice, so I like that.
Yeah, it was a really well put together trailer, and especially for something that is Shadow Drop, it's that perfect kind of trailer where I feel like it builds enough intrigue, but also it doesn't need to build like a big hype because they're releasing it straight away, so it doesn't need to be as hyped as like one of these other trailers, like some of these other trailers we see where it's just like they go so hard, like it's just big and bombastic because they want to build hype. But this one, because they're releasing it straight away, they can just make it a bit more atmospheric of a trailer and a bit more, you know, just a bit more artsy. I kind of hate describing it that way, but it is quite artsy.
If I look at all the reveals as a whole, this one definitely like kind of cuts through the grain and stands out. Like it's memorable, at least with all the other reveals, which I think is, if that was planned, it's very good. Because like you said, it's a Shadow Drop, so they can't generate a massive influence for advertisement, but they can make it memorable during the release.
Basically, it lives or dies on if it's well received for, you know, during the Game Awards. Like if this trends during the Game Awards, it'll do well. Like this is its entire marketing budget is the Game Awards. So, and I think they approached it well. Like I think the trailer they put up was good, and hopefully the game's good. And you know, this might be something I jump into in the next couple of days because, you know, I've got a hole in my schedule at the moment. So.
Yeah, okay. You could get online with me on the PlayStation.
Nah, I mean, if you want to talk about games that we're talking, I've been putting so many hours into Dragon Quest 11. Oof.
Oh, really?
Oh,
what a fantastic game! I platinumed
so
that.
fucking good. Oh yeah, man, that game's amazing, and it's free on Game Pass. Free.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Man, I gotta say, Game Pass is fire.
Game Pass is so good. It's such a shame that the Xbox as a console is a fucking flaming pile of garbage.
I agree.
I don't like anything about the Xbox apart from Game Pass. Literally, like nothing about it other than Game Pass.
Yeah, and for the audience, this is coming from a guy who has most of the consoles, so suck it.
I have all of them except the new ones now.
Yeah, so Xbox fans can suck it.
Yeah.
No, gone are the days of the console war, right?
Oh, man. I'd love to weigh in on that conversation, the console war, but I can't fucking get a PlayStation 5. So, no, I can't weigh in. Brother. I could get 4,000 Xbox Series X's, though. No, I could build a house out of Xbox Series X's. That's how many I can get around.
Yeah, that house would not fall over because those things are massive.
It'd overheat real quickly, I imagine, though. Fucking stupid Xboxes. Okay, let's not tee off too much on Xbox. I don't have anything left to say about Shaggy Part of Me, so we'll just go on to the next one, I suppose.
Yep, no, super interesting. I'll wait for you to get it and try it out, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely try it out. So the next one is a Near Replica version 1.2. 247448713.
What a fucking bad name.
Yeah, but it's Near, so it kind of makes sense. You've played Near Automata, haven't you?
Yeah, it does fit into the aesthetic, but fuck that title.
So this was the first look at the upcoming updated version of Near Replica, and it's available for pre-order, and it's due to release next year in April. I don't think I'm going to go in on this because I think I'm quite done with the Nier franchise, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not interested. As much as I said I like roguelite games, I don't enjoy a game. I didn't necessarily enjoy a game where you play the entire game and then have to go back to the start.
Yeah, the alternate endings were never enough to draw me back in. So
yeah,
you
can only have a couple of those. You can't have as many as. But I don't know. It didn't look that eye catching.
Yeah, there was also like nothing in that trailer that got me kind of, you know, jazzed or anything like that. It was just more near.
If they're just going to show a massive open field with absolutely no textures, nothing, and then just a few enemies that you're dashing between fighting, that is just so boring in this day and age. Like, it just doesn't cut it.
No, and Nier, I found even when like I was playing Nier Automata, I just found everything looked so smooth and fucking uncomfortable. Everything was so smooth. I hated it. Yeah. Good, relatively good storyline though. I'll give it that. But yeah, I've got nothing else to say. But I do have a lot to say about this next one, so let's fucking crack on. The next one is
be so against each other
Century Age of Ashes revealed. This is a medieval fantasy game, which is where you ride on dragons and you engage in PvP combat. It's scheduled to release in February 2021. So this will be out fucking soon. And as soon as this started playing, I went, I can't even think of the words right now. I went, this is a battle royale dragons. It's battle royale dragons, and I nailed it. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah. They don't use the words battle royale, but it's definitely a battle royale.
What did you think of this? Because I think it looked fucking wicked, and I don't know if it's just because I like dragons. I don't know what.
You know what? I was so, like, obviously it hit me too. I fucking love dragons, bro. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, finally. Like, this is something I want. But then they were like, oh, it's PvP combat. And I was like, oh, this is not going to work. I never expected... I wanted a kind of a game where you could almost... massive open world where you could ride around your dragon and just blow shit up.
It does look like from this trailer, it didn't look like there was a bunch of open space. It looked like it was really tight, kind of mountainous corridor things.
And also like big kingdoms and whatnot.
Yeah, it kind of made me feel like it's going to be a lot of close quarters dragon fighting in the air, which feels fucking weird to do. But that being said, I mean, this game could be huge. If they do this game right, it'll be massive.
Definitely. I think it'd be. I wish they. Well, they're not going to do it on the reveal, but I'd like to know if it's one massive map that has a lot of detailed different areas, or if they're smaller maps and you do a map rotation. I feel.
I would also like to know if there is classes of dragons, because I feel like if
the
there's
attacks did look different.
Specific classes of dragons, I feel like that'll tick a massive nerd box inside me that'll get me real fired up.
Yeah, for sure. Like I did notice some of the attacks the dragons were doing look different, which was cool. I just really would like to know more about it. Whether like you can upgrade your dragons or you can pick a different path, so like you can go down like a lightning element or a fire element.
Like if this
that would really be good.
Yeah, well, if this is just like a standard, pick a dragon, go into fight, be the best, get good, win, get number one, I won't be interested. If it's just a pure battle royale with no progression or leveling or anything like that, not interested.
Yeah,
but
if they turn it into, sorry,
I was just going to say if this has even the slightest bit of depth and customization and progression, I'm in.
Yeah, I agree. And if there's any form of microtransactions, I think it's going to destroy the game.
Yeah, microtransactions kind of suck. I know it's a hot take to have, but you know.
Yeah, well, they're okay for like FPSs and gacha games and things like that, but if you're going to be the first PvP dragon riding game, do not make it do not allow people to pay for like stronger dragons and stuff like that, because it'll probably kill it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I can't remember what this was coming to, but I think it was coming to all consoles.
I'm not 100% sure.
I think it was. I'm 99% sure it was coming to all consoles. But yeah, this coming out in February too. I think it's one of the only things that we see with an earlier release date that's not like 2020 summer or whatever, or December 2021. You know?
for like one of these big games where it's like, oh, now this is eye catching like straight away.
Especially because
it looks pretty high budget too.
Yeah, especially because this was the first time I'd seen anything about it. This could have been, floating around for a while, but yeah, I've never seen anything about this. So definitely pricked my ears and was kind of, I think it was the only Battle Royale-ish type game we saw, at least new one, which is good because, a few years ago it was all Battle Royales. I mean, there's definitely a new trend in this.
Yeah, you had scavengers as well, which looked like a PvP almost.
Oh, yeah.
That's further down the list though.
But this is one that's on my list of ones to look out for because, I'm genuinely excited.
Yeah, I agree. If you like dragons, I think everyone's going to be all about this game, at least up until March.
So the next one was it was announced that a new fighter for Super Smash Bros. Is being released. Another new fighter.
Oh my god, bro.
Sephiroth.
Oh my god, bro. My favourite character of any Final Fantasy game. Oh my god, the entire franchise, he's my favourite.
Really? Yeah. No, he is pretty cool. So he's kind of... the last character they announced for Super Smash Bros. Was the dude from Minecraft, and there was a bit of backlash for that. Because Minecraft sucks.
Terrible choice.
This one feels like a perfect choice for Super Smash Bros. I mean that game's amazing. And the more characters it gets, the better. This just gives me another reason to go back in and play some more Super Smash Bros. To be honest, and I'm always happy to play more Smash.
They're quite. I mean, they've been very consistent. They have. Is it? It's less than 6 months per character, right?
Yeah, I think they're hitting like 4 months per character. There's been a ton, man. There's so many. There's some that still I haven't even played. Like I haven't played the new Minecraft characters and probably never will.
That's boring as.
They just look weird, aesthetically weird in the world of Super Smash Bros. But Sephiroth as a character, of course, it makes sense. Cloud's already in there. Add Sephiroth. We didn't get to see a lot of his. We did see a few of his moves played out in the trailer. It looks like he has a really good overhead slash with his big sword. The range on that thing looks gnarly. So I wonder how much competitive play he'll see. Yeah,
I wonder about his attack range because it looked quite long. But also he had a 5-hit he had a 5-hit combo which was very fast.
He also seemed to have a fair bit of recovery too, so it kind of looks a bit sketchy of exactly how strong he is.
And he can stick himself onto a wall, which is insane. Yeah.
But then again, Cloud in Super Smash Bros. Has heaps of range, a good recovery. But is not that great. Oh no, his recovery is not that good actually. He may. I see him becoming one of those S tier characters pretty quick because his ability set looked gnarly straight off the bat.
He'll shake the meta up for sure.
What's that? Sorry,
he'll be the meta. I think he'll be the meta for sure.
Oh yeah, new characters always end up in the meta. New character for Smash is always welcome. I'm so happy for that game to continue growing.
It looks like they'll do him as like a story boss as well, which could be cool.
Yeah, more story bosses too. Again, it just gives me more reasons to play through the story elements of Super Smash Bros., which, again, I'm not going to complain about because that's an amazing game and I don't think I'll ever get tired of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So moving on to the next one, we had a cinematic trailer for a new game called Perfect Dark. So coming from the studio The Initiative, it is an eco sci-fi, and it is confirmed that this game is still in early development. So from this trailer, I thought it was a drone. I assumed it was a drone flying through the city and the building. It looked like a drone, right? Because it was whizzing around and stuff. It wasn't?
Oh, yeah, but what, are you saying it wasn't now? I really thought it was.
Okay, no, I just wasn't sure if that was clear. I thought it was a drone. Good.
Yeah, no, straight away I thought it was a drone.
Okay, cool.
And then obviously the guy's voice was coming through the drone by the sound of it.
what did you think of this kind of eco sci-fi futurist kind of lots of orange solar panels and stuff like that, and kind of overgrowing landscapes in a desert?
Yeah, Egypt by the looks of it, with thunderstorms lightning storms all around it. To be honest,
And
I mean, it was an impressive trailer, but it gave absolutely nothing away. I have no idea what this game's about. Nothing.
exactly, it gave us nothing. Again, it was a visually impressive trailer. Great sound design, great voiceover. But yeah, this game could be a bloody card game for all we know.
Yeah, honestly, the trailer was what looked like the first minute and a half of a movie. Like, that was about it.
Yeah.
There was no story at all. Absolutely nothing.
No, there was not. But that being said, yeah, like this game won't be out for a couple of years, but it could be something really cool. It could, could kind of fall into that category of, like a eco-terrorist kind of Watch Dogs thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's something fun and new.
I hope they give us another trailer within 6 months, or else I'm probably going to just lose all interest in it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this could be the next Death Stranding, and we just get little weird cinematic trailers, and then it all gets sponsored by Monster Energy 5 years later, and it's a fucking it's a weird game.
There's no history with this. Like, it's not a gaming franchise, is it, or anything? Like, am I missing something?
Oh man, not that I could tell. I mean, I had a brief look into the developers of this game, but yeah, there's not a lot. Information is scarce, buddy. I think they really just want us to wait on this one and see what comes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a visually quite well put together trailer, and I think it's probably the most
stunning,
technically impressive trailers we saw on the Game Awards. But yeah, just
I agree.
nothing.
It's definitely one of the
Nothing.
best looking. Maybe that was their plan. All visual, no story, because it really gave nothing away.
Do you want to move on to the next one? Because the next one is the kickoff for the theme, I would say, the overall theme for all of these fucking trailers. So it's Back for Blood. So by the creators of Left 4 Dead, Turtle Rock announced Back for Blood, a first-person zombie shooter with co-op, launching in June 2021. There are so many fucking co-op zombie shooters in this list. It is fucking insane.
I know. I was like, by the third one, I was like, okay, whatever comes up now, I'm just not interested in, because you're all compete, and they're all roughly coming out at the same time as well, which is ridiculous.
And they all lean on that 4-player co-op angle. We've got
all of it.
We've got so many 4-player co-op games coming out. Like, we'll have that new Batman soon, and that's, a 4-player game with the 4 different characters. The
Super
same with the
excited for
Suicide
that.
Squad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a 4-player, 4-character game. Like, I don't know, man. Is this the new Battle Royale? Is this what the game industry is leaning towards, a 4-player online co-op version? I don't hate that, but also, aren't we done with zombies? Fuck, we've got to be done with zombies.
Look, I'll give it to Left 4 Dead and Turtle Rock, because they basically invented the 4-player co-op zombie back with Left 4 Dead. So I could be lenient on these guys, because they're just continuing their franchise that pretty much they created, and their genre they created. But I can't be lenient on the fact that they're just using the exact same zombies again. I don't know if they're the exact 4 different zombies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the ones the guy that spits, the massive guy, the hammer.
Wow.
I can't remember their actual names. They've literally been in it for years, which I'm just not impressive. There's no originality, so it's just a reskin, pretty much. I'm sure they might play different objectives, but yeah, I'm not really impressed.
Yeah, I got nothing, man. I'm so burnt out on zombie games as a genre, and the fact that we got 3 announced in these trailers, man, I'm so bummed out. Man, I was burned out on zombies season 4 of The Walking Dead, and now I'm just catatonic towards them. I got nothing, man.
Yeah, I know. There's been absolutely no originality on the whole genre of zombie, or the trope of zombie.
No,
but,
there hasn't.
I think these developers just look at how profitable zombies on COD has been. but
Yeah,
they're not
okay.
doing it the same way, and that's also attached to a much larger game and the biggest shooter franchise ever.
Yeah.
So they're trying to beat a dead horse, really.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're trying to flog a dead horse, yeah. Okay, I got nothing to say. The
let's move
next
on.
trailer we got was for Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. And it was also, this is the release date announcement as well. So this is a medieval
Yep, the 10th of
multiplayer
May.
game. It launches on May 10th on PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. And if you pre-order, you can get early access on the game starting May 7th. This is the third time I think we've seen this game, or the second time. We definitely got a trailer last year, I believe, for this one. And I think I've seen a trailer in between. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, this game looks sick.
I can't remember.
I'm really excited about this game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, do you reckon it's 4-player as well?
It is.
Yeah, they have to be. I mean, that's probably the number that works. I enjoy 4-player games, just not when it's
Fuck, I wish I had.
reskin of another
Fuck,
game.
I wish I had 3 friends. Oh man, brutal.
You know you got more, but yeah,
Yeah,
you do. But you're the fourth friend that never gets online. So
that's me, buddy. That's me.
I like it. I like this.
Yeah, this game gives me mad. Do you remember the game For Honor? It was a game I was fucking obsessed with for
Yes.
ages. This game gives me mad For
Yeah.
Honor vibes, and I really hope it fills the For Honor hole in my heart. 'Cause-
Oh really?
Oh, I love
And
that
the,
medieval combat, the really kind of slow
Yeah.
and strategic medieval combat. Oh no, it wasn't slow, it was like fast-paced strategic combat. This looks like
It
it's
was tactical.
got
though.
that in spades. I'm down.
Yeah, and I'm a lifelong Assassin's Creed fan, so that's ticking that box as well. The whole sneaking around assassination stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think everything that's been said about this game was said last year on the trailer we got. Good to know that we finally got a release date. May doesn't feel like too far away considering how quick 2020's gone. And yeah, releasing the day after my birthday, so that'll be fun. That will be fun.
I'm gonna take a mental note of that so I remember.
Oh, you know what my birthday is. Don't fuck me around, buddy. Just like I know what your birthday is, mate. June 23. It's not. I just took a wild guess.
You were close, I guess.
You got anything left to say on Hood? Terrible name for a game, by the way. Hood, Outlaws and Legends. Terrible.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. I mean, you see a character with a hood on, but it really makes no sense. The title. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely anticipating this game. If it's got good replayability, like if the gameplay doesn't get monotonous, playing this game.
Yeah. This looks like definitely kind of one of those good games with replayability. Oh man, I'm like, this glass of wine's vanished, and my ability to speak is disappearing by the second.
I can barely say it. Don't worry.
But yeah, this looks sick, and I'm thoroughly excited for this. Just the name's terrible.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible names, the next game we see is Scavenger, which has its open free-to-play beta. So it's
and it starts today.
Go.
Was that a phone slip there, or?
Yeah, it was a phone slip.
Did they reveal that the closed beta was starting today, or beforehand?
I think it was at the end of the trailer. Yeah, open up a closed beta today, and you can sign up
That's
at their
pretty
official
cool.
website with a link. This looked cool. I don't know. These free-to-play shooters, I mean, we've seen a bunch of them come out in the last year, and none of them have really done what they've intended to do, which is knock Fortnite and Apex off their pedestal. And I don't know if the next game to knock those games off their pedestal will be a free-to-play FPS.
In terms of the shooters, I don't think it is. One free-to-play that's come out recently is Genshin Impact, and that's closer to Breath of the Wild. It's more like an open-world action RPG.
I think we talked about that on one of our first episodes we released. I think we were talking about that on like fucking Castlevania episode, way back at like episode 1 or 2.
In anticipation for it. Yeah, it's been out for a few months now. It has to be 3 months already. It's generating a lot of revenue for their company, so it's doing well. But it's shooters is where it's at. It's probably always going to be like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping
most-
shooters get knocked off the fucking leaderboard. I'm so kind of burnt out on shooters in the last, especially in the console generation, just being like with the PS4 and the Xbox One. I don't know. I just felt like there was an overabundance of mid-range shooters where it was just mediocre. You know, nothing was
Definitely,
fucking
yeah.
amazing. The last amazing shooter
And
I got
even
swept up
looter
in was
shooters.
Titanfall 2, and that's
Yeah.
an amazing game.
Have you heard the whispers of Titanfall 3? There's whispers.
Whispers. Fuck off. There's whispers.
I'm excited if there is. Titanfall's really fun. You got me onto it pretty late.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the time I started playing Titanfall online, you were heavily invested in another game that I came to really late, and then we both kind of fell in love with, and then doesn't exist anymore. Do you remember the game Paragon?
Yeah, Paragon.
Fuck, I love Paragon.
The MOBA.
Yeah, it was a good time in my life.
But they did scrap that for.
Yeah.
Wait, they scrapped that for Fortnite, didn't they?
Yeah. Fortnite, Epic Games. Yeah, Fortnite.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
they
that
don't regret that decision
Clearly made the
at
right
all.
choice, you know. But yeah, Scavengers looks okay, I suppose. Are you going to go in? I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
usually
could-
go in on a lot of free to play.
I go in on pretty much anything free to play, so I'll definitely download it. I'll definitely play it. There's others that I've like things like Spellbreak. They kind of had a similar.
Yeah, I played a bunch of Spellbreak on the Switch actually. It was fun on the Switch.
It was fun and it was pretty original, to be honest. But just starting off free to play, and then if they don't get the traction, it just goes nowhere, and you don't really have a large fan base.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I think they've done well to promote the closed beta at the Game Awards.
Closed beta, like betas, if a beta gets a lot of hype, I always pay attention to a beta that's popping off, because if it's good when it's rusty, then it's probably going to be great when it's polished, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, definitely. It is always good idea to like check out the betas.
So like last beta I got into, like a closed beta I got into, was a game called Paladins, which was like a free-to-play Overwatch
Yeah, I know
ripoff.
Paladins.
So bad.
Yeah,
Game's cancer.
I've got one friend that bugs me to play it, and he says that it's gotten a lot better, but it is just exactly what you said. It's a cheap rip-off of Overwatch. Overwatch is such an amazing game.
Yeah, it's a poor
then-
imitation.
Yeah, it's a C-lister, for sure.
The next one I have literally nothing to say about, but we'll mention it. Forza Cross Cyberpunk's 2077 crossover. Cool.
You just get a one vehicle
Yep.
added to Forza from Cyberpunk.
I mean, are we planning on doing a
Not
Cyberpunk episode? The only one of the dorks that's going in on it right now is Tayo, because the rest of us are waiting on PS5s to play.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a PS5.
I'm not playing Cyberpunk on a
already
PS4.
know not a chance after seeing some of the videos going around on Twitter.
Yeah, it looks dog shit.
Yeah, it seems like it just can't handle it. I feel like the PlayStation 5's really gonna be awesome to play it on.
Yeah, I'm
So
super.
I'm gonna wait. I don't want.
I'm super excited
I
to
don't want my
play it, but
impression to
yeah,
get ruined.
I'm fucking not playing it on a PS4,
Yeah, not at all.
and I cannot,
Anyway, on to the next one.
for the life of me, get a fucking PS5.
Yeah, I'm thinking about paying resale on it. It's gotten to the point.
Man.
I told myself I was going to wait, but I'm just getting too impatient. I'm like a
I
child.
know, it's brutal. The next one is the Casalito Protocol.
Callisto Protocol.
Callisto. So this is like a spiritual successor to Dead Space, which is a franchise that I hated as a game, but there's a small, I think there's 2 or 3 animated movies out of Dead Space, and
Oh,
the
really?
animated movies of it are, they're fucking beautiful, man. They're fucking gorgeous.
Where-
I love them.
Where can we find those?
Man, I've got them. I'll send them to you. They're so good.
Fantastic.
But this game literally scared the absolute Christ out of me, and that's a good thing because it looked scary. But again, I'm not going to get hyped about this because it launches in 2022.
It's a long way away. I thought the trailer was pretty interesting. The monster was definitely freaky. The alien monster was freaky.
I liked the barcode 2 thing on the back of his neck.
Yeah, I did notice that.
That was wicked. I really enjoyed that.
And I think my thought was after they zoom out and you realise it's just a single building on a planet that they're travelling to. I think it might have been a prison. I feel like it was a prison and they were prisoners.
I got prisoners, but also whoever was running the prison was also in on it because he saw the monster attack but shut it down and let it continue without warning anyone. So maybe it's a bit sus. I don't know. So what's going on there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. It was a good bit of mystery. It really was.
But again,
so I'm
2022. Why tease us?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
And it'll get pushed back probably, depending on the scope of the game.
Everything will get pushed back. I from now on, I do not trust in a release date until the game's out. Everything gets pushed back, man. It's fucking brutal. The next, you don't have anything else to say about that, do you? Did you ever play the Dead Space games? Were you a Dead Space boy?
I didn't. We would have been pretty young when they came out, maybe 13, 14.
Well, because you grew up with PS and I grew up with Xbox, and Dead Space were massive on the Xbox. It was like when I first bought my Xbox, the pack-in games were Gears, Dead Space, and Halo. And
It was,
yeah, Gears, Dead Space, and Halo. And I remember loving Gears, loving Halo, and Dead Space was just a bit too scary for me. I got a little scared.
Yeah, I watched. I was probably still reading magazines about games back then when they first came out. Do you remember magazines?
I remember going into newsagents, reading magazines in the stands and not buying any because I was fucking broke.
Sorry. That's exactly what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Spending
I remember magazines then, yeah.
Yeah. Seeing the monsters and then doing a little bit of research online, and I was just not interested. I was a bit of a sook.
Yeah, no, it just came out at a time in my life where I was, again, scared. Man, it is fucking pissing down out here.
Yeah, I can hear
definitely going to hear that on the recorder. That is terrible.
Oh, that's crazy. I feel like we're going to get that storm soon down in Sydney.
Man,
it's coming over hot.
It's belting down. We'll keep it going though. I'll apologise right now for the audio quality of this episode. You will hear rain. I can't fucking do anything about that. So
sorry, guys.
I'm sorry.
And I better mention my last appearance on the show. There was a slight audio issue. And if that happens again this episode, I'm sorry too.
This
Just
is
email the pod.
Yeah, email us. Let us know. Complain, and then I will reply with the fact that this is a free podcast, and we're doing our best here, guys.
Suck it.
The next game is Warhammer 40k Darktide gameplay revealed. I put this in the category of everything else that is to do with Warhammer. I don't understand it. It makes me confused, and I don't want to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Why is it even called 40,000? Do they say it 40k or?
I think it's called 40k. I don't know. I'm a part of this.
What's it got to do with anything?
I'm part of this group on Discord. Also, a good time to plug the Discord channel for the podcast. Make sure you're getting on that. I'll share it in the show notes below. But I'm a part of this other Discord with a mate I went to high school with, and it's a bunch of his heavy PC gamers. And I was talking to them one night about 40k, and they were just going on and on about some minifigs, and I it's the first time in my life where I've been part of a conversation where I'm not the biggest dork in the conversation. It felt nice, man. It felt nice. I'm not going to lie to you. It was being part of a conversation with 10 other people where I was 100% sure I could take all 10 of them in a fight at once. It was a good feeling. I talk to them every week now.
If that fight is on the Warhammer board, you're not going to win. So good. I do know that Warhammer started off as a figurine kind of.
Did it though, or did it start off as a
tabletop game?
Yeah, I don't know, man. 40k confuses me. This trailer confused me, and I'm definitely not going to play it because 40k scares me.
And this is we got to the point where it's another 4-player zombie shooter.
Another
clearly.
4-player zombie shooter too, which is and
I
like
did like the aesthetic way more than what they've done with Left 4 Dead.
the
but
aesthetic.
obviously they're
But
two
again,
different
it's just
ones,
that
so-
40k aesthetic. It's just looks like everything
Yeah,
in
yeah.
40k. It's just big, meaty boys and big, meaty guns. That is all.
Yeah,
40k is just
And
big,
as-
meaty people.
yeah, it's just like the Expendables on a video game. And for as much like over the top visuals and aesthetic, I'm still yawning because I'm just not interested in another 4-player zombie shooter.
Yeah.
And if you're invested with Warhammer series, obviously you are going to be like really drawn to it. But for someone that's on the outside looking in, I could not care less, unfortunately.
Yeah, same. We'll just move right along then to the next one, Open Roads. So this was looks like it's a narrative-driven experience that's centered around a mother and daughter road trip, and this, my friend, looked fucking great. I'm all about whatever this is going to be. It sprinkled in a little bit of mystery. Great, beautifully animated in like these beautiful auburn colors. Man, it was great. Fuck, I digged it.
Yeah, you really enjoyed it. I'm probably on a different train of thought because I almost feel like some of these narrative driven experiences in quotation marks, they're just getting away with making a short film or a film and then just segmenting it and turning it into little parts. So if there's good gameplay, if there's actual gameplay, I'd be interested. But if it's just a narrative-driven experience, and generally they use that kind of terminology when it means you're not going to be doing anything except for clicking a button.
Yeah.
Just not interested at all.
Yeah, so
Looks great though. It really does.
Yeah, I kind of vary on you a bit there where I enjoy like a super narrative-driven gameplay where there's not a whole bunch of actual interactive gaming experience kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I do like a slower pace kind of narrative story. But again, if this, I find with all those games, if they overstay their welcome, they're fucking awful. They've got to be short and sweet. Not short, but like you can't bloat those games out. They've got to be super lean, and you've got to keep it engaging. And if the story's not good, then I'm not going to play it. But this story looked great. It instantly hooked me in with a little bit of mystery about their grandmother who was involved or knew someone who was involved in jewelry heists, and a key in a book, in a journal. It was ticking boxes left, right, and center for me. I was fucking super interested.
Yeah, definitely the story was very interesting. And as much as I say that, I would actually really enjoy to see this as a short film. Like I would sit down and watch. Just going off the short introduction, I would sit down and watch that on Netflix or something like that as an animated short film.
Yeah. I mean, this will be one of those games that is ripe for watching instead of playing. So watching a walkthrough of this, a playthrough of this would probably be right up your alley. I don't mind watching a playthrough every now and again. I'm not above it. My list is just gone down there. Do you want to pull up the next one?
Yeah. So the next one was just a final cut of Disco Elysium.
Is that the director's cut? Yeah, director's cut of Disco Elysium.
Yeah, and it's a free upgrade as well if you've already got the game.
Yep.
I haven't played Disco Elysium. I've heard some people talk about it. I've looked at it a little bit. Yeah, if you've got the game, I'm sure you'd really like to either replay it or finish it as the final cut.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same page as you, where I've heard a lot about Disco Elysium, but I've never gone in on it. I don't know if this is enough to put me over the line to go into it. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
have you played like any of those rhythm games?
I've played a few rhythm games. I don't tend to love them because I am incredibly rhythmless.
Is it a rhythm game? Am I mixing that up with another game? I think I am right now.
Oh, Maybe. Do I need to edit this out? We can't let the viewers know
No,
that we're wrong sometimes, buddy.
We can't let them know that we know nothing about a game we're not interested in.
But yeah,
Hilarious.
look, if you're into this is cool and all that. But why did this get a trailer in the Game Awards? I don't know. It felt unnecessary to me.
There's a couple of things in here that I feel like they just filled in space. Really, maybe there was not much going through.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say on Disco Elysium, buddy. So do you just want to move on? Because I'm sure we've got plenty to say about the next one.
Oh my god!
So-
Please, let's move.
BioWare finally gave us a full trailer for Dragon Age 4. We originally saw a sneak peek of Dragon Age 4 in the 2018 Game Awards. And fucking...
Barely, it's a snippet of a sneak peek.
It was literally just telling us that they were doing Dragon Age 4, and this is the first thing we saw. So, mate, what did you think of this trailer? This was huge.
It wouldn't have even mattered what was in the trailer. I'm such a big fan of the Dragon Age franchise, and Dragon Age Inquisition is still one of my top games for the PlayStation 4 console as a whole, and it came out a long time ago. So super excited. I thought the trailer was really good. Little bit weird. Like for most of it, he's just telling you that like it's your story. I would have liked a bit more richness to it, but
See, I'm gonna disagree with you there. I thoroughly enjoyed that take on a Dragon Age, especially a BioWare trailer, where it lent away from the narrative and made it more about the personal experience you're going to experience in the game. Because I always struggle with BioWare narratively, and thank fuck my wife isn't home for me to hear me say this, because she would fucking crucify me. But yeah,
like her ears are pricked up right now.
Yeah, like narratively wise, I struggle with a lot of BioWare titles. So I kind of enjoyed that they took a more personal, individual approach to this. I liked it how they mentioned that there's, no prophecy, no chosen one. This is just,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is interesting. It's kind of fresh, I suppose, as well.
And it looked great. Oh, and Solus as the Dreadwolf. Oh, so great. I'm so fucking glad we saw Solus in this trailer.
I know. Still one of the all-time best twists of any game I've ever played is finding out that he's the Dreadwolf.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's great. And this whole trailer looked amazing. Special moments I wrote down in my notes was the archer sneaking through using the bright green bow and arrow with the green string and stuff like that. The particle effects on that arrow look so fucking tasty. Like, it just looks so clean and crisp.
Good. Was it cinematic or gameplay?
It was cinematic, yeah. Definitely cinematic, it looked great. And, man, I don't think you quite understand what my household was like this afternoon. We had a BioWare and a Mass Effect trailer in the one day. This was the happiest I've ever seen my wife. Happier than our wedding, happier than the birth of our children. I've never seen her this happy, mate.
True.
She was ecstatic. She was so happy. For listeners out there, my wife is a massive Mass Effect Dragon Age fan. Like she's got tattoos of Dragon Age. She's got tattoos of Mass Effect. Everything in our house has some sort of Mass Effect Dragon Age kind of inkling on it. It's everywhere. It's unavoidable. So today was a big day for my wife. She's gonna need to have a lie down soon because she's been worked up for hours.
Yeah, no, knowing Amelia, I was like, when I saw the two reveals, I was just like, no, I know Amelia's happy right now.
Oh, she was so stoked. And like, as soon as both of those trailers dropped, she had like a phone. She had a phone in her hand and was just switching between message boards from Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and just like switching between the message boards and teeing off on people that are like, Just as soon as anyone says anything negative on those message boards, she's just
She's
fucking
firing.
keyboard warriors out. Just like, how fucking
Downvoting,
dare you?
downvoting.
I love
Is she a lead moderator on the Reddit threads?
I'm scared to find her Reddit account. Like, I'd be so scared to see the fucking shit she'd post about it. But yeah,
vice versa, I'm sure.
yeah, that goes both ways. But yeah, this Dragon Age looks sick, and it's just, I'm so glad we finally get more Dragon Age, because 2018 since they last gave us anything.
It's been a while.
Welcome.
It's been
very
a long
welcome.
wait, and I think I feel like every fan is just ecstatic right now. Definitely more so excited for Dragon Age over Mass Effect, even though I'm a huge fan of both. Dragon
we'll
Age
talk
has been
about
a long time coming.
I got some stuff to talk. I got some notes about Mass Effect, so we'll get to that later. But yeah, this was a highlight, probably one of the biggest highlights of the whole Game Awards. Maybe the biggest.
Personally, for myself, it was the biggest. Yeah.
So yeah, great to see. Next game is another roguelike. It is Endless Dungeon, which is the spiritual successor to Endless, which is a game... Have you played Endless?
No, I hadn't. I completely missed it, to be honest.
But this looks so very much up our alley. I loved everything that this trailer was doing. The design of the robot in particular is something I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought that was a really nice design. I liked the big, protective kind of robot design with the massive shield and the big over-exaggerated features and stuff. I thought it was cool. It's something that I don't see too often. I thoroughly enjoyed the design of everything in here, and the music, especially in this trailer, was...
It was really cool that they actually animated the song being played by the band. Really cool.
Again, just another trailer that stuck out to me. There's not many that stick out, but this one in particular is something I'm super excited to play. And the fact that it's coming to consoles and PC it's great. Like, I'm so excited to dig into this game, and it looks fucking great.
And by the looks of it, also it's multiplayer. Well, hopefully we can get online and play it. Because we'll both go in on that for sure, and we'll have to play a fair bit together.
Yeah, this looks like one that'll definitely chew up a fair bit of our time, and I'm more than happy for that time to be chewed.
100%. We're going to waste a few days.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's roguelite, so you and I, it's our kryptonite, like you said before.
Yeah, roguelikes, yeah, man. Fucking love that. The next game is Crimson Desert, this was the first gameplay trailer. So we're given a lengthy first look at some Crimson Desert gameplay, an upcoming open-world action-adventure game set to launch in 2021 for PC and consoles. I could not give a fuck.
You know what? I'm glad you're complete of the opposite ilk here, because I'm actually quite excited for this, only because I like the aesthetic. There was obviously a few things that I was just like, that's... I hope that's not in the real game. Especially the sword fights when basically starting a bushfire from the sparks that come off the sword. I thought that was stupid. I really liked the close quarter combat, though, in the fact that if you're attacking, it looked like they were attacking, and when they're pushing into each other at the same time, then they go into a bit of a grapple. Did you notice that?
I did notice.
That was really cool.
I noticed when I first saw the combat in this trailer, I was like, okay, so it's an Assassin's Creed-esque combat. But the closer, the more that it played, I was like, okay, maybe it's a bit more like something akin to like a Ghost of Tsushima, where it's less button mashing and more of a dance kind of thing. But I don't know, for some reason this game, I was just like, oh, so it's Skyrim meets Assassin's Creed. Woo! Another open world game that's going to give me 14 billion objectives, and I'm never going to complete any of them.
Yeah, either that or it's going to be just an open world with not enough content in it at all.
I mean, hopefully it's good, because
of a lot lately.
This aesthetic will probably appeal to a bunch of people, like this medieval fantasy aesthetic. the costume
Yeah,
designing,
that's my trope that I love as well, or the theme as well.
the costume
And there was
designing in
extra
this,
race
I
as
loved.
well.
I loved all the
Yep.
outfits everyone was wearing, especially like the wolf hides and all that stuff. And yeah, I don't know, just watching this, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do another open world game. I don't know, maybe I'm just old
Well,
and
I'll
jaded.
play that one and I'll let you know how it goes. Very interesting. I thought, and it did look. I couldn't tell between what was gameplay and what was cinematic sometimes, because it did look like it was a bit done up. So I hope the end product is of similar high quality to the gameplay trailer, because a lot of times it's not. They run it on an overclock system to make it look really good. But hopefully, the PS5 should make it perform quite well.
I mean, if you need any evidence of anything like that, just search Cyberpunk 2077 memes and you'll fucking find a billion. I got sent 3 different ones today from 3 different people. So,
Yeah, no, but it looks really bad on a PS4 console. Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks fucking terrible. But yeah,
As much as I love CD Projekt Red, I'm not going to give them props for that one.
Yeah, but yeah, this looks like a definitely a no-brainer when it comes to a lot of open world game enthusiasts. This will probably be on top of a lot of people's wish list, but yeah, it just didn't do it for me. The next is fucking so out of left field. I don't even know how to approach this. So Overcooked gets a new chef. So the Swedish chef from Muppets is available now on Overcooked as a playable new chef.
Phil, this is what I've been waiting for, okay? Could not give a fuck.
Yeah, Overcooked is a great game. The Muppets is a great show. The Swedish chef is a great character, and the fact that they've put these two things together is amazing. And you know what? I'm going to say it. 2020 not that bad of a year, because we get Swedish Chef in Overcooked. So it's time to look up, mate.
Name a better duo.
It's a silver lining we've all been looking for, mate. Swedish Chef is in Overcooked. Fucking
Oh my god. Let's move on.
Moving on. So
It's
we
just
get
like Forza and Cyberpunk.
So the next one is another indie game featuring some Studio Ghibli-like visuals. This one was called Seasons. This game looked fucking cool. Looked really pretty and interesting, but I have no idea what it's about, and it could be terrible.
Yeah, the game as a whole could be bad, but it's interesting. They say Ghibli-like visuals. And the first thing I thought, I didn't even read that before I watched it, and the first thing I thought is, oh, this is like Ghibli stuff.
Yeah,
this looks really good.
It's some Miyamoto shit.
Incredible.
Right off the bat.
It looks amazing.
It looks so great. And the character design of what we assume is the main character, the big glasses cardigan guy, I loved that design. I thought it was a really good aesthetic and just a really nice design of a main character. Because I don't know. Something spoke to me about him. It was a simplistic, and it felt real. It felt like a real person.
Just a normal person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just drawing, just taking photos.
Yeah, exactly. And I loved the look of all the drawings and the cameras and stuff like that. I thought it was a really good aesthetic.
Yep.
Hopefully this is cool.
Look, they've got the visuals down. It's already 10 out of 10 for me in terms of how it looked. So it just depends on what the gameplay is like, or even what the gameplay is.
Yeah, we got no idea. But yeah,
you saw a lot of you saw a bit of world traversing, but other than that, you were taking photos and just looking at stuff. So we'll see what they do with it.
And I think this was an exclusive for the PS5 too. So, we didn't get many exclusives to the Xbox or PS5. We got an exclusive for Stadia. Great. But yeah. Cool. I don't have much more to say about this.
I feel like they I feel like if it's just a PS5 exclusive, I trust Sony at this point that all of their exclusives are good.
Yeah. You know what I don't trust
so
Sony with? Get me a fucking
Credit card
PS5. Get me my fucking PS5. I know I'm being such an entitled little
manufacturing is
millennial right now,
terrible.
but fuck, I want a PS5.
You can just get one for $1,300 online.
Hey, there's a dude who I'm pretty sure lives like 4 streets up from me selling one for $1,700. I'm just gonna fucking steal it.
Oh my God.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Just go jack him.
If I do, I won't release this episode, which is a shame because this has been fire content, but...
Been a fun episode. Did you hear the story? This guy on eBay was selling a photo, and he clearly labelled it a photo. In the title, it even says image only, a photo only, and he sold maybe four or five units for $700 before eBay shut him down. Ooh. So he sold 6 bits of paper for what's that, $4,200.
Ouchie, 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 ouchie. I mean...
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's kind of dodgy. But, I mean, the scamming, the bloody reselling of PlayStation 5s has been... It's been so gross. I've seen so many, like, triple, quadruple the price of PS5s, and it's kind of almost putting a sully on the PS5 as a whole, because now it just feels so kind of scammy and... Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible the way it's turned out. I mean, I like buy a lot of Jordans, like shoes, and that's where this has come from, because in the sneaker game, it's exactly like that. It's always been like that, and they've moved on to the console now, which is just sad because it's never been like that before.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of anticipated. I mean, I remember like 4 months ago, I was saying to everyone, don't panic about this. About PlayStation 5 availability. I mean, Sony's not going to let their highest selling console not be able to, not be on shelves at Christmas time. And now, I mean, I'm kind of fucking eating my words here because,
It's not going to be on a shelf for months. It's all going to be
they're
pre-orders.
saying like
It's
May and
be
stuff like that.
online.
That's wild.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, largely it's due to COVID, but also it's the biggest issue is the scalpers and resellers. I mean, they're the scum of the earth. Screw them. Fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck. If you're selling a PS5 for an inflated price, fuck you.
Yeah, straight up.
Yep.
Suck it.
We should move on to the next game, mate. So I don't have anything to say about this. Do you? Call of Duty Black Ops Warzone gets a Season 1 trailer.
Yeah, rinse, repeat, earn money. Well done, Activision.
Cool.
You're making a lot of money.
Call of Duty, again, is there. It's a thing that is available for people to play, and if you like that, that is cool. If you don't, that's fine.
For the greatest video gaming franchise of all time, good for you.
Yep.
It's just not going to stop for them. I feel like they've just struck a never-ending oil mine. So
yeah, especially now with like Warzone and stuff like that, it feels like they've hit the money pit. At least for the time being. We should move on to the next one because this next one is fucking weird. So Ark 2 got announced. Ark 2 was announced with a trailer featuring Vin Diesel and 2 tribes going head to head as they barely escape the hungry jaws of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. We also got the animated series of Ark announced, but I don't really have any notes on that. I just have notes on this trailer because, oh boy, this trailer looked fucking terrible. Everything about this looked awful. It looked so bad.
And you know what? Largely to the fact that they used Vin Diesel. I think I've got nothing against Vin Diesel. I love a lot of the stuff he does. Putting his face in that trailer just ruined the trailer in general, as all I was looking at was Vin Diesel.
And like, as soon as he appeared on screen, I'm like, oh, that's Vin Diesel. And the first thing that went through my head was like, I just had a sudden urge to crack a Corona beer and just talk about how much I love family. It's La Familia, baby. It's fucking ride or die.
Yeah, Yeah, like I said, I love Vin Diesel, but he should not have been in that trailer.
No.
It really did nothing for the
I
actual
don't know how he
game.
signed off on that
All it-
trailer too, because it looked terrible. The CGI and the graphics was fucked. If you go back through and look at it, I want you to just pay close attention to the blood effects, because it is laughably bad.
No, it was really bad, and I think the actual fact that they tried to like put him into the trailer, they obviously used his body, like with the bodysuit and everything. Something looks super fake about it.
And also,
while
it's
looking
such a
so
weird
realistic.
game for Vin Diesel to go into. Arc 2. The
Yeah,
fuck?
obviously they had the money for it.
Do you
I really didn't even see that coming until that T-Rex popped out of the
No.
thing. I was like, when the T-Rex came out, I was like, oh fuck off, this is Arc 2. I'm not interested at all.
Yeah.
Before that, I also kind of was like, oh, this is like some the fact that like the main character better not be Vin Diesel, because I don't want to play Vin Diesel in a game. I want to play a character, an original character, an original storyline.
I wouldn't even want to play Vin Diesel in a Fast and the Furious game. I feel like I couldn't be
Man.
I couldn't be Vin Diesel enough to play Vin Diesel. I feel
Have
like
you seen Perfect Dark? No, not Perfect Dark. That's the game. Pitch Black or Pitch and the Chronicles of Riddick.
yeah, they're like some of my favorite
Man,
movies of all time.
I would play Vin Diesel in those games if they made them. I know, like if he was in that,
'Cause
if
what
they
is it?
made that
It's,
franchise, I would play as him. That's about it.
Pitch Black. Is there 3 movies in it? There's also an anime of that series of the Riddick.
I like
It's a Riddick
that.
anime. I'll send
really
it through
like
to you.
that.
It's
Yeah.
fire.
Oh, I've seen it. It was really good.
Fucking
I actually
sick,
liked
eh?
it.
You might have.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah, I
watch that
really
at my
liked it.
place with my folks?
I might. No, not with your folks. No way.
Okay.
Not
Anyway.
like, yeah, I didn't watch anything with your parents, so no. I would have watched it at home.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, that animated movie is great.
Yeah, it was sick. But getting back to Arc 2, because we've been going for like an hour and a half, I don't fucking care about Arc 2 in the fucking slightest. And the fact that Vin
Not at
Diesel was
all.
in this gave me no extra hope that Arc would be something I'd go in on. And the trailer looked terrible.
It was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Why was he there?
I don't know.
It added nothing.
I honestly think he might have seen Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk and then rang up his, agent and said, "Get me into a video game." Maybe.
Yeah. They might even have the same agent. That's a good theory. Actually, that could explain it.
I mean, I'm not just good looking. I'm also pretty smart. Give me some credit.
But Vin Diesel does. You're good looking. You're smart. But Vin Diesel, he doesn't need to really. He's DJing right now. He's just started releasing music. So what are you doing? What are you doing in video games? At least, Keanu Reeves fit perfectly because he's got that John Wick vibe. He's
Yeah, aesthetically wise, Keanu Reeves makes way more sense.
Well, it was like they built the game or the story around him rather than taking Vin Diesel and just sticking him in. Is what the Arc trailer felt like, for sure. It didn't seem like he was supposed to be in there at all.
No, not even a little bit. What's next on this list?
Fall Guys gets the season 3 trailer.
Yeah, I'm cool with this. Winter themed content coming soon. Fall Guys continues to be one of the funnest battle royales on the market. It definitely makes the most memes on Reddit, that's for sure. That and Among Us.
Super. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely jump back in. I did in season 2. I jumped back in and played for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Bree, my girlfriend enjoys playing it as well.
Yeah, my son enjoys enjoys playing it. It's good. The next game was Outriders. Outriders was announced from Square Enix. A 3-player co-op set in the desperate sci-fi future. You got anything about this one, mate?
No, not really. It was.
I don't know.
Okay.
I remember enjoying it when I watched it, but now that I'm looking back on it, I've got nothing, mate. Super bland.
It's so funny. I was waiting for the one that I completely forgot, and
That's it.
Yeah.
Outriders from
This
Square
was
Enix.
this is probably it. Nothing worth remembering. Nothing worth mentioning.
No.
I know I didn't hate it as much as I did like the Ark trailer for sure. I did not like.
Yeah. But yeah, nothing
yeah.
standing out. So that's probably a sign in its own. You know what I mean?
Comes out soon.
Yep.
Depending on the price point, probably be whether I go into it or not. 3-player co-op obviously entices me. I play a lot of Apex, so
Yeah.
I'm into 3-player.
3-player
yeah,
kind of
so
works
Square
best
Enix
for
are
us
okay.
too. Me, you, and Joshy boy.
Joshy boy, yeah.
Moving
I
on.
haven't heard of People Can Fly before, so
We've got so many more to go through. Fuck, we need to pick up. Ugh. Evil Dead. Evil Dead, the game. So this is the horror franchise Evil Dead is coming to gaming platforms. I fucking loved the look of this trailer. As someone who enjoys the Evil Dead movies, and the, Ash vs. Evil Dead is a great series. This looked sick. The aesthetic of it looked really great. The combat elements of it looked fine. But the fact that it's another zombie shooter makes me want to fucking gouge my eyes out.
Yep, 4-player zombie shooter. Bugger off. I'm not a fan though of the Evil Dead or any of that, so I'm absolutely not interested. The little bit of story that they gave narrated by Ash was shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where he was like, "Oh, they took my girlfriend and now they're coming back for me." Like that was basically it. Boring. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, I
I'm
mean,
sure there'll be
it's
cool
on
videos of
theme for
how
what
it
Ash
plays,
is.
but-
Yeah, it's on theme for what Evil Dead's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, another 4-player co-op zombie shooter can fucking suck my dick. Whew. So the next one was Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, announced for Nintendo Switch. So this is a remake of a very, very, very old game, I think. I don't actually know what this
very,
is.
Very, very old. Well, Ghosts and Goblins, I played that when I was like 4 years old on an arcade machine. And it was old then.
It looks
It's going to be on Switch.
fine.
Yeah. Well, the things you need to know, it's going to be on Switch. It's going to be overpriced. It's unnecessary.
Yep. This will be a 30-year-old game that will cost $70 maybe on release date, AUD.
Yeah, it's older than 30 years, I think.
So that'll be fun.
It's
I can't wait to hear everyone complain about how an old game costs a lot of money. Nintendo
they've
just
done it
needs to
before, they're gonna
fucking
keep
stop
doing it.
being shit with their prices, to be honest.
Yeah, you can't even if you, like you've changed, like even in the trailer they were like something to do with stunning graphics. No, they're not stunning.
Nope.
They're shit. Fuck off. Yeah, unnecessary.
Yeah,
No
I
one's gonna
mean,
buy
I have
it.
no nostalgia for this game, so I'm not going to play it.
Even if you do have nostalgia for this game, you can get the original one for literally nothing.
Yeah.
So
We should move on to the next one, which I have actually stuff to say about. A new look at Returnal, and it gets a release date of March 19, 2021. This game looks fucking wicked.
Yep.
This game looks
Definitely.
fucking sick. I'm so hyped for this game, mate.
Bro, I'm getting this game.
Oh, yeah.
100%. And it'd be interesting. They don't say it's like roguelite, but it is rinse and repeat kind of gameplay.
It's got that feeling because there's definitely that vibe of a time loop and someone trying to escape, an inevitable time loop. And even the name Returnal, returns in it, return and anal. So whether we're, whether we're returning to a scene of an anal is, up in the air at the moment. But
I don't need to keep returning to one.
no.
I'm excited for this. This is going to be really good. And did you like that it has movement similar to the most recent Mass Effect with the jump jets and the dashing and the abilities?
I enjoyed the look of the movement system. I also enjoyed the kind of particle effects of the weapons too. Every weapon looked like really good and kinetic feeling. And I feel like with the haptic sensors on the new PS5 controllers, if I ever get my fucking hands on one, are going to be very nice on this game. I hope they do some funky stuff with those haptic sensors, the haptic triggers. Super excited for this game. And the fact that it's coming out in March too, fingers crossed, doesn't get pushed back. It almost definitely will. But yeah, I'm thoroughly excited for this game and I cannot wait.
Yeah. Well, if it gets pushed
And-
back, as long as I haven't scored a PS5, then that'll be okay.
So the next one was It Takes Two gameplay trailer revealed. This looked fun as fuck.
Yeah, I was actually really I read the little like kind of summary and I was like, oh, okay. That was an amazing trailer.
It was a really great trailer, and also the aesthetic of it, like it kind of reminded me of Little Big Planet a bit with the aesthetic of it, which was a platformer game I adored back on early PlayStation. But yeah, the idea of this being a couch co-op game that I play with my wife is fucking incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on this game.
I feel the same, girlfriend. I was just like to my girlfriend, yo, come check this trailer out. Like it's a 2-player co-op. First of all, she was like, "What's that mean?" Then she was like, oh, "We can play it together." Cool. It was like a Disney trailer. It was like
great,
a Pixar trailer. It was such a high quality trailer.
Looked like it
And
had a
60
good
frames
story
per
behind it
second.
too. Yeah, as I said, I'm
And
thoroughly
a
excited
deep
to get my hands
story,
on this
yeah.
game.
Yep, very keen. Yeah, nothing. But I had nothing negative to say about it in terms of just the trailer. So yeah, very excited for this one.
Yeah, exactly. The next one was Super Meat Boy Forever gets a release date. I've got nothing. I don't like Super Meat Boy as a game. I've played it a bit, and yeah, it's just never clicked with me. But yeah, if you like that,
Not
then
too much about these either. These side scrollers.
yeah. Did you ever go in on Super Meat Boy?
No,
Yeah,
never.
it's I
no.
mean, some people go on about it, but yeah, for me, it just never quite stuck the landing, and I just never got into it, to be honest.
It's only on the Epic Games Store too, so I'm not going to get my hands on it.
Yeah, fair enough. What's the next on the list, mate?
It's a new Oddworld Soulstorm.
That's right, Oddworld Soulstorm, spring of 2021.
I really did not think I would see another release of Oddworld. It's been going on for so long. I kind of lost interest in the franchise, but I do enjoy a bit of Oddworld every now and again.
Yeah. Oddworld was fun. So I played a bunch of Oddworld when I was growing up. Like it was one of my favorite games to play.
Yep.
See, I'm kind of torn as to whether I would go back in now to play an Oddworld game, mainly because I think it would ruin my memories of the original, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You play the one on the PlayStation 1 or
Yeah.
Xbox?
Yep. I think I originally played it on an emulated version on my laptop. But eventually, played it on the PlayStation 1 as well.
Yeah, well, I put a lot of time in when we were younger to that original one. I loved the game. And then I played Abe's Odyssey, I think. No, that was the original one. There was one that they put on as a monthly game on the PlayStation Store, maybe last year. I played a bit of that, and it was actually pretty entertaining. But I didn't love it enough, probably, for me to go back in on this one, I'd say.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I just don't kind of want to ruin the memories I have of playing Oddworld back in the day, because it kind of holds a nice little place in my memories of a very fun game, and I kind of don't want to ruin that because I don't really have many of those memories left of fun games because they usually get remade and they turn out worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was unique at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not really many games that imitate it either, which is kind of cool.
No. So the next game we got was Elder Scrolls, right? Yeah, Elder Scrolls Gates of Oblivion announced.
Yeah.
So this is
Expansion
an
to
expansion
SO.
for the next Elder Scrolls Online. The only person I know who cares about this is Josh. So Josh, I
Big
hope you
time,
enjoyed
probably.
that, I suppose.
Yeah, he said he was gonna. He said he was definitely gonna get it and jump back in on it. I tried. I begged him. I said, "Don't. I don't want to lose you for 8 hours a day. Come back, Josh."
Yeah, exactly. I don't have much to say about this Elder
The trailer itself actually didn't really do much
No.
for me, other than show the sigil of the Oblivion Gate.
Yeah.
Because a big time Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So I was kind of interested, but after the trailer, I was whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Another overpriced expansion for an already overpriced game.
Yeah, exactly. The next game, though, new trailer for Monster Hunter Rise and upcoming demo announced. This looked cool. This looked really cool.
Yeah, it did look good. Being like a massive Monster Hunter World fan and putting in hundreds of hours, I'm probably just going to get it anyway, just for the sake of that. But the aesthetic of it was cool. Have you? It's kind of halfway in between that and the mobile version.
Yeah, so I
Almost, by
played
the
a
look of it.
bunch of Monster Hunter World with you. I think I played like 40 hours or something like that. I don't ever remember being able to ride on an animal. Is that a new thing that they've put into this one?
They did add the function in to Monster Hunter World, but not like you see in this trailer. Clearly, it's not quite similar. You would just use it as kind of a fast travel from point to point.
Okay.
So this one you can clearly ride however you would like.
Yeah, no, it looks wicked. I'm super excited about this. Yeah, I probably should have more to say, but we've been going for so long. I'm kind of getting burnt out.
I didn't realize there was so many.
There's so many. Let's try and move through these next couple. So we got Among Us gets a new map. I'm not super fussed on that. I don't really have
played.
anything to say.
Master Chief comes to Fortnite. That's big for Fortnite Halo fans. But yeah, it's just another skin. It's going to cost money as well. So
Yep.
another cash grab.
Scarlet Nexus release window announced. So this game looks cool. So this is
Yes.
this is a Namco announced their upcoming action RPG arriving in the summer of 2021. Yeah, this looked rad. I was super on board with this game and thoroughly excited to get my hands on this. What did you think of this one, mate?
Very excited. But Bandai Namco, I enjoy a lot of their games that they produce, and there's a fair few of them, obviously. But an anime-driven action RPG is something I really like.
Yeah.
I really love anime cutscenes, blah blah blah. Like,
I mean, this is an
anything
anime
I
podcast. We
like.
don't really need to tell them we love anime.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it was really cool. The two storylines as well. So you play parallel storylines, and I presume you would jump between, or maybe you have to do two.
Yeah, I don't know.
playthroughs.
It also looked like there was a fusion at one point too of the two characters coming together, or at least a fusion of their abilities, which looked really fun and interesting. I liked the look of the
Yep.
scout's ability too, like the kind of shuriken-looking things that that were thrown out and kind of.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in this game that kind of made me kind of stand up and be like, okay, this looks like it's something different. This looks like it's something cool. The design of the monsters or the enemies in this were fucking wicked too. I really enjoyed all the designs. This is up there with the Dragon Age and Mass Effect announcements of stuff that I'm definitely hyped for.
Super psyched for. Yeah, those monsters were actually look pretty original as well.
Yeah,
real
so
technically
stuff we haven't
and
seen
stuff
before.
like that, but done in a really nice way.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
was super
I'm
impressed.
excited for this one for sure. I'll be getting. It'll be on PS like Sony consoles or
Yeah. I think it was coming a PS5 exclusive.
exclusive.
I think it was exclusive. I can't remember. I'm a bottle of wine deep.
Let's
Man, we've been going for ages. First,
so Just Cause on the mobile. I actually did not watch this trailer because
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I've been playing Just Cause recently because it was free. It's entertaining for a little bit, but then it's very very monotonous. It's just big explosions, not much depth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not going to download it. My phone's already terrible anyway for the amount of apps I have downloaded.
The next one was the first look of what was it?
Ruined King. It's a League of
Yeah, that's
Legends.
right,
It uses the story from League of Legends and made a game out of it.
Okay. I got nothing, man.
It's going to get a lot of
Got nothing.
it's going to get a lot of traction just because it's League of Legends.
Yeah, League stuff always seems to do well.
Turn-based. Yeah, it's turn-based combat as well. So
Yeah, I did like the look of this, but yeah, I don't know, man. League just, as soon as I see anything that's League or Dota, my brain just kind of switches off because I think I'm scared of it. I'm scared. I don't want to get addicted to it.
yeah, don't want to get addicted to it. Yeah, it should be cool. They've got a ton of money to put into it.
Yeah, exactly.
It does look good. The trailer did look good, but yeah, I'm not fussed either way. League of Legends will be better than it anyway. It's not gonna take over from that at all.
Yeah. I mean, League does its own things. Every device that I had that was running a list has just died. So it's all you now, buddy.
That's all right. Well, perfect timing. We're on to the last one. We mentioned it before as well, but BioWare's Mass Effect. We finally get a teaser trailer.
Yeah, so I actually have a bunch of notes on this, which are all on my dead devices in front of me. But I do remember them. So, this is a continuation of the Mass Effect story. It says Mass Effect continues at the end. So,
Yep.
and me and Amelia were doing a big deep dive into this and kind of working out. So, in the initial shot of the trailer, you see two universes. You see the Andromeda universe and you see the original Mass Effect universe. So, we have this theory, me and Amelia, or Amelia mostly, has this theory that it is set after the events of Mass Effect 3 and Andromeda, and the only character that we see officially in this trailer is the... what's her name? Liara, and her species lives for a long, long time. So Amelia suggested that maybe that's a sign that this is taken, 300, 200 years after the events of even Andromeda and Mass Effect. So this could be a new starting point for the Mass Effect series, and I'm really excited for that because Mass Effect is a great series and Andromeda was an average game.
Very average game, very average ending to the game as well.
Yeah, I just want there to be another good Mass Effect game, man. I need there to be one.
Yeah, I have high hopes, and I really do trust that they are gonna fix the mistake they made with Andromeda. So yeah, I'm very excited, very very excited.
Yeah, I mean this looked great. The trailer itself is really pretty, and so there's something about Mass Effect where the actual design and aesthetic of everything they put in, like the relays, the aliens, the kind of the colors they use to to paint the universe, and what have you. There's something about that Mass Effect aesthetic that has always clicked with me. I've always found that aesthetic really pleasing. I think it does futuristic sci-fi the best out of any other kind of open world games or RPGs. It's definitely...
Yeah, I'll give it that for sure.
Yeah, I love Mass Effect, and fuck, I hope they make a good one. God, BioWare needs... Yeah. BioWare's dropped some dog shit on us in the last 2 years, and...
Yeah, I feel like that was why everyone was so angry, because their world building is a class above, for starters.
Oh, it's their world building should be... Any company in the game developing company in the world should look at BioWare and their world building as as lessons to learn. It is the gold standard of world building, with the exception of Anthem.
100%. Yeah. Let's not get into that. It's been a great podcast.
Yep.
Anthem can suck it.
Yeah, Anthem sucks.
Yeah, even Andromeda, man, they just swung and missed on that. I feel like they just thought it was going to go fine, and then...
I also think with Andromeda too, it came out in do you remember the period of time it came out? It came out around Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild. That is a fucking awful lineup to deal with. And especially because it was
two of the
buggy.
Strongest hitters in the last 5 years. Yeah, definitely.
Releasing buggy when Breath of the Wild and Horizon released around the same time, and those games were both fucking great from the start. So, Yeah, I don't know. I want BioWare to succeed in Dragon Age and Mass Effect because I want more story-driven, world-building narratives in the gaming scene. And BioWare is the only company that's been had done it spectacularly before. So, man, I hope they don't drop the ball again. That too, and man, I can't deal with my wife if the next Mass Effect game is bad.
She's gonna lose it, bro.
Man, she's still trying to convince herself now that Andromeda's good. It's like 3 years ago.
She wakes up after a nightmare. Andromeda's good.
Every now and again, she'll just bring it out, sprinkle it into conversation. You're like, thinking back on it, Andromeda wasn't that bad, I'm like, honey, it was terrible. You need to move on.
Bad. Anyway. Well, that's it.
That's it.
That's the last one.
So the Game Awards wrapped up, man. So at least the trailers, anyway. Now we're going to go through all the awards given out to all the... No, we're not going to do that. That'll fucking go forever. No. The only two awards I want to speak of is the Game of Year and the Most Improved Game, because I think these two awards are the only two I really care about.
Yep, hit me with them.
Most Improved Game, and it's the only reason I care about this, went to none other than No Man's Sky, a game that... yeah, round of applause, No Man's Sky. For
round of applause for that.
Sticking with it, man. God, that is
a
testimony to the triumph of human will that game is winning awards now.
Well done. Yeah, honestly, well done, because they fucked it up.
Man, you're talking to a guy who lined up outside of EB Games at fucking 6 a.m. to get my hands on a launch copy of No Man's Sky. I wanted nothing more than for No Man's Sky to be the best game ever, and it was fucking awful.
That's hilarious. I bought my copy for $5, so...
Man, I think I've still got a copy here somewhere behind me, but yeah, it is brutal. But yeah, for No Man's Sky to win Most Improved Game it's amazing.
Yeah, well done.
I think it just goes to show that even though, we're kind of moving towards this era of gaming where a lot of games are releasing buggy and shit, it goes to show that if you put the effort in, it will still be a good game. That being said, I wish developers of games would just release games that are fucking right.
Or not blatantly
buggy.
lie about what the game is.
Yeah.
And what it can do.
But yeah...
which is why they had to keep going, because they were getting sued left, right, and centre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hats off to them. That's a comeback story.
It's Stephen Bradbury. Fucking eat your heart out, mate. You got nothing on No Man's Sky. And the Game of the Year award. So Game of the Year award. There was a lot of actually really good games up this year. Even like some really fun little indie games, like Hades was up this year, which is a really great roguelike a game that I've fucking thoroughly loved.
You played a lot of it?
What's that, sorry?
You played a lot of it?
Yeah, I put a few hours into Hades. It's really great. The aesthetic of it's amazing. I want to put more hours in. But the game that took out Game of the Year was, of course, The Last of Us Part 2. And I think it's the reason we can blame this Game of the Year, Game Awards year, of being so heavily populated with zombie trailers. I think it's the reason.
Oh, yeah, good point. That is a good point. It was going to get Game of the Year.
Of course. I mean,
it just didn't matter.
What else
it
did
not matter who was in it. It didn't matter because they have to give it to The Last of Us.
Yeah, I mean,
there's too much.
Ghost of Tsushima
was
in the runnings, but I feel like it would never have won. I feel like it was kind of a red herring in the running, because I just feel like as much as I think Ghost of Tsushima is an amazing game, I just don't think it's a Game of the Year game. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it would have stood a better chance if The Last of Us 2 was The Last of Us. But
yeah,
with having The Last of Us being one of the greatest games ever, and then just having The Last of Us 2 is a surefire winner. Also, as long as they didn't screw it up, it was going to win.
Also, if you're talking about like cultural impact too, The Last of Us 2 was like a red hot topic for a couple months of this year, which is impressive when you think of all the fucking heinous stuff that's happened this year. The fact that anyone was
Yeah.
talking about a video game is impressive. Yeah, I mean, Game Awards 2020 wrapped up. It was a weird year for everyone, and obviously the Game Awards was a bit weird, and yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see any more zombie games, buddy. I just don't. I'm so burnt out on zombie games.
Please no. Especially the 4-player co-op ones. Make it original.
So,
God damn it.
out of all the trailers we covered, what is getting it the most for you, buddy?
Clearly the BioWare trailers.
Yeah.
Dragon Age, Mass Effect. You and I both feel the exact same about those.
Yep, for sure.
But definitely, I'm sure we're on the same page here. Returnal.
Yeah, Returnal.
And It Takes Two.
Man, we're exactly lining up. Every single BioWare's games, so Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Returnal, and It Takes Two, were all fucking great, and I'm super excited to play all 4 of those games. Even though the BioWare games are gonna be like 8 years away, I'll be sending my kids off to university before I'm fucking sitting down to play Mass Effect. But
I don't know. At least have more time for it, I guess.
yeah, dude, we've been going nearly 2 hours. We need to fucking wrap this up. I had we were gonna do a topic as well on this episode. We're not fucking doing that.
How foolish were we?
Man, we
could even break this episode up.
When we originally were talking about this, we were like, yeah, we'll spend half an hour talking about the Game Awards. It's been 2 hours.
Oh.
No, but
I'm glad I got it out.
It's been wicked fun having you on, and it just means we'll have to push the topic we were going to do this week back to next week. So I suppose we can drop it at the end of this episode and tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be an episode on Season 1 of Black Clover. Get fucking hyped for that.
Awesome.
It's been
super excited.
It's been wicked good having you here, brother, and we'll wrap it up there. So, yeah, as I said at the top of the episode, we've got a bunch of extra content coming. Attack on Titan episodes coming out every Tuesday from now on. That's going to be sick for the new season. Beer episode dropping Sunday or Monday, maybe. I think just check your feed. It should be out there soon. It's been wicked, mate. Make sure you get onto the app, the fucking socials. Man, I'm so plastered. Whew. Get onto the socials. Like us at Lords of Dorktown, at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's been sweet. I'll catch you later, buddy. Sign us off, Johnny.
Love you, bro. It's been fun being here. And to all the fans out there, keep it dorky, baby.